Dr. Giridhar Babu, as one of the country's leading epidemiologists, is it now clear that this mutated virus is more infectious than the original strain? Can we say that now with some conclusiveness, with the result that over the next 3 or 4 weeks, the numbers could even go up further?
Yeah, thanks, Rajdeep. This is the time to actually examine what are the different factors which have led to this unexpected and almost exponential rise in cases. The threshold for population immunity has definitely been achieved, at least in some parts of Mumbai, Pune and other metros. These cities having more than expected number of cases clearly suggests that there is a role of newer variant. Now, how infectious it is, what kind of effect it has on the virulence, those are under investigation. So in the absence of data, I am just following Occam's razor, saying that in the absence of other complex assumptions, I'll take the simplest assumption saying that probably the virus with higher infectiousness is the main reason. The second aspect, Rajdeep, is even though if it is a minor proportion, maybe around 10% of the people might be having reinfections, especially if they've had asymptomatic infection in the past, their antibodies might have waned, and there is evidence to suggest beyond 3 months the antibodies would wane, and they might be having the infection either with the older variant or with the newer one. As a combination of this, we have also provided a very conducive environment for faster transmission going on. So there are two aspects of this transmission going on, Rajdeep. One is most of the cases are asymptomatic. So therefore, we need to have a clear strategy in terms of how to strengthen home isolation and timely referral of those people who require oxygen. The second aspect is when the surge in cases occurs, even if it is a small proportion of mortality, the numbers are going to be huge. So how do we prevent that? So currently, more than the blame game, there is real issue of faster spreading virus. Now we need to ensure mortality is reduced by all our concerted actions at every level.
Let's therefore then ask you all for solutions. And I want to start with you, Dr. Pandit, because the buzz is that from the 14th midnight, Maharashtra is going in for a 2-week lockdown. Do you believe that's the way to break the chain, or is it to intensify the entire process of vaccinating people? Where does Maharashtra, which has the highest number of cases, start? Lockdown from the 14th night for 2 weeks, or is it by increasing vaccination? What's the strategy?
So I would actually just digress from the topic of vaccination or lockdown and just tell that first people need to understand that the COVID has got a 2 or 3 weeks timetable. It's not a 1 week timetable. That's one of the biggest problems which we have. Despite all the education and information been given, people feel that during the first week they had COVID, they had fever, then second week is usually better, and then that's when they step out, they're still infectious at that time. And when the third week or the end of the second week is coming, they start becoming more and more sicker, and that's when they present to the hospital. So we need to know that. Second thing we need to promote is that we need to promote the isolation guidelines, and we need to promote the 6-minute walk test. 6-minute walk test is a very, very simple walk test which essentially involves a person walking for 6 minutes in the confines of his room and checking on oxygen saturation. If the saturation drops down by more than 3% or below 93% at any time, he needs to present to the nearest healthcare facility, where more probably than not they would start him steroids and even send him back home because his baseline saturation is usually normal. Of course, the second thing which you mentioned rightly is that the vaccination process needs to be stepped up. Even if the lockdown happens, even if the government decides to put up a lockdown, there cannot be a 2 weeks vacation for vaccination. In fact, vaccination should be actually ramped up by several folds in these 2 weeks, and taking that opportunity to actually bring it closer to the patient's home, increase more centers and do that. Now, whether the lockdown will bring the numbers down or not, yet definitely if you sort of stop people from meeting each other, it would bring the numbers down. There is also one epidemiological thought which some epidemiologists say that initially the numbers might increase because people would sit home and perhaps infect the people around in their vicinity or in their home as well. But that's a point which I think most epidemiologists will be able to answer better. And the last thing which I think we need to do is double mask. I think I'm going to sort of talk about double masking now whenever you are stepping out of the house.